Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you are staying healthy and safe. Welcome to another edition of ACC Global Live Q&A. Thank you for taking time out and being here today. I am Bijaya Budhathoki, a senior education counselor at ACC Global. Today's topic for live Q&A is anything regional. We have our registered migration agent Gurpreet Kaur to join me on this session today. Hi, Gurpreet.
Hi Bijaya and hi everyone, and thanks for joining to our yet another Q&A session. And Bijaya will be walking through us today through this session. Yeah, Bijaya, you can start on.
Yes, thank you, Gurpreet. As you know, it's a live Q&A, so I'll encourage our viewers, our students to please, if you have got any questions related to regional study option or migration option, if you have got in mind, please comment on this video and we will try to cover those questions during the session. As you are preparing your questions, I have already prepared some FAQs, which we have collected from our students, which we normally get across from our students frequently. So I'll be reading out those questions one by one. And in the meantime, I'll be keeping eye on the video and looking for a comment from our students. If there is any questions, live question, I'll be picking up from there. First, Gurpreet, before we go through the FAQs from our students, what is regional? I think that's a big question which students or our viewers like to understand. What is regional? Definition of what is regional.
Yes, Vijaya, from migration point of view, a lot of people ask what is regional Australia or regional areas for migration purposes. So basically, regional Australia is referred to as any area outside the metropolitan area, such as Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane. And immigration has further classified two categories of the regional areas. So one category is cities and major regional centers, which were used to be cities and were not part of regional Australia and added recently to regional areas, such as Gold Coast, Perth, Canberra, Newcastle and Wollongong, and etc. And other category is the regional centers and other regional major areas, so such as Bendigo, Shepparton, other regional areas outside Greater Adelaide. These are also called regional areas, but there is an extensive list of postcodes. So we thousands of postcodes there, I would say. So you have to find out that postcode whether you are living there or studying there, to know whether you are actually in a regional postcode or not. So some postcodes are actually regional postcode, but you can think that they are metro, but they are not.
Yeah.
So look at the website or and contact us, so we can suggest which postcode is regional or which is not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apart from migration option, what are the benefits students have when they choose to study in the regional areas? What do you think?
Yeah. So in terms of my experience as an education counselor, addition to the opportunities for migration, while I'm doing counseling to my students when they come across to know about which state is better to go, is the regional Australia is better option for me or not? Will I be able to survive over there? It's just like they don't want to come out of the comfort zone, and there's lots of questions in the mind, right? So I have prepared my own 5 or 6 benefit of studying in a regional area. Like first thing which come in my mind is lifestyle and culture. As an international student, when we were in our home country, when we are looking through the brochures, when we are watching the English movies, what we see there over is Australian, not Australian university, or international university in general, you know. So you have that thing in a mind where you will be studying in a classroom with the local student or local Australian student, right? And real culture and lifestyle, you know, so you'll see the real culture and lifestyle if you move into regional Australias or region. Second is a community feel, you know, it will be a small, neat, tight town or region where most of the people or shop, you know each other, they know their customers, you know, the owner of the shop. It's kind of like community feel, you know, so obviously you'll have that feel as if you are in your home country. I can share my experience. Like there was one of my students who used to work in a region, who moved to regional area, and he used to work in a local dentist clinic, and what he used to share me was, when you go to shopping in the local supermarket, he will see all his patients over there, so he can see all the patients, you know every one of them. So that is kind of like community feel you can have. And another would be explore the real Australia. What you see in the map, what you see in the video when you are back home, or right now in Australia, what you see in the TV, the real Australia. So you can experience that if you go into regional places. And I think many of us might have gone to the regional part of Victoria or the state. So obviously they must be familiar with how the town looks like, how the so friendly are the Australian people living over there. Other would be employment opportunities, Gurpreet. I know lots of people have got mindset that it's gonna be a very hard to find a job in a regional area. But again, as per my experience, as per my feedback from my students, lots of students are able to secure a job in regional. It's just like you need to take that risk. You need to move there and look for a job. The thing is like the young local community has moved out of from that reason in other state metropolitan cities. So that means there is a vacancy over there. There is a gap. So obviously that can be filled by students if you move over there. And lastly would be a scholarship, attractive scholarship and lower tuition fees. Lots of the local regional universities offer a scholarship to students, and they have got lower fees compared to metropolitan universities. So Gurpreet, I think if I compiled, because we have got a time restriction, but if I compile, these are the benefits of studying in the regional area. But again, apart from that, there are lots of things which list goes on. So now, Gurpreet, I will, yeah. So now what I'll do is, Gurpreet, I'll just pick some questions which I have compiled, which normally we receive from our students. The first question I like to read here is, I am looking for scholarship in regional universities. Do you know any scholarship I can take? So obviously, this is regards to scholarship, Gurpreet. So what I'll do is I'll try to answer these questions quickly. In terms of scholarship, there are a variety of scholarship offered by regional university, which I already mentioned in the one of the benefit of studying in the regional area as well. So first scholarship which came in my mind is Australian Awards Scholarship. This scholarship is offered by a government. The Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade of Australia offers scholarship to students from the countries where they have a bilateral and regional agreement. The students from that country are allowed to come to Australia and have this real international education and explore the international education sector, and they can go back to their home country and contribute that to their community. Second, which is a popular one, is a Destinations Australia Scholarship, Gurpreet, which is very popular at the moment. This is the scholarship also announced by a government to boost the economy of regional areas of Australia to be par with metropolitan cities in growth. So many the destination scholarship amount is up to $15,000. However, this scholarship is quota-based scholarship, and it is available to all the international students coming to Australia, both onshore and offshore. So it goes through a selection process as well. And apart from this government scholarship, there are lots of scholarship which is offered by universities in terms of merit-based scholarship, or they are scholarship based on the region or country of passport. And currently in Australia, because of COVID, university has been very generous, and they have come across with many COVID scholarship, many onshore students scholarship where they can take a new course where new course of program with a promotion, bursary scholarship, relocation scholarship. Many regional universities have got relocation bursaries as well. Yeah. That would be my sum up with the scholarship, Gurpreet. But again, what I can do is I can encourage our students and viewers to please book an appointment to know more about the scholarship and choosing the right states and reason for your study destination. The question which I'm gonna read now is, I am an international student studying in Melbourne. I want to study in a regional area. Do I need to live in a regional area while studying? What are the requirements for me to get the additional years? Gurpreet?
So if student is already studying in Melbourne and now wants to move to a regional area, so it depends. So that student has to fulfill the ASR requirements to get 5 points and also extra 485 visa. So recently government has announced that people who are studying in regional areas, so they have to fulfill the criteria of staying and studying in the regional postcode. So some students, what they are doing, they are studying at the regional campus, but living somewhere else in the metro area. They will not fulfill the criteria. So we strongly recommend for the entire duration of your studies, they should be living in a designated regional area and study at the regional campus. So, and after getting the 485 visa, they continue to live in a designated regional postcode to get extra 1 year or 2 year 485 visa. And depends how much visa they get, it's entirely on the postcode where they are living and studying. Yes, Vijaya. So
Yeah.
I hope I answered that question.
Yes,
So
definitely.
another question, yeah. So
So I think
what are the requirements for me to get additional year? I've already covered. Yeah. So another question I have here, I'm living in Gold Coast. I want to sponsor my brother on 491 visa. What are the requirements for me to do so? So Gold Coast was not a part of the regional Australia before, but it's now a part of regional Australia. So definitely, person who is living, who is PR or citizen and living in the regional postcode can sponsor their relatives, depending on the definition of the relative, such as first cousins or brother sister or their partner's brother sister. They can sponsor them on 491 visa, which is family sponsored stream. And obviously that the occupation should be also in a long-term list. So be careful when you are trying to nominate someone or sponsor someone on 491 visa. So please do consult us. Some occupations are not in a long-term list and you won't be able to sponsor on 491 visa. There are certain other requirements as well, apart from living in the Gold Coast or other designated regional areas. So I have answered that question. So another
yeah.
question here is, yes, Vidya,
Yeah.
would you like to read that?
Yeah. So
Yes.
so while we are going through these compiled frequently asked questions from our students, if our viewers or students have got any question in the mind now, please drop your question on the comment below and we'll try to cover up during the session. Yes, Gurpreet, I have here another questions. Obviously, it's related to regional area as well. So how many years can I get in 485 visa when I study at regional area?
So if someone is studying in a regional area and living there as well, so it depends on the postcode again and category. Let's say if somebody is studying in Geelong, that person will get extra 1 year visa because that's a regional center. But if they are studying at a postcode, let's say like Bendigo or Shepparton, I will talk about Victoria postcodes first.
Yeah.
So that person will be eligible for extra 2 years of 485 visa, apart from the normal 485 visa they will be getting. So, but they have to, fulfill the criteria to stay in the regional area on their original 485 visa to get extra 485 visa later on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gurpreet. Another questions we have is, I want to study in a regional area. What are the questions that you can, what are the courses, sorry, what are the courses that you can recommend on taking? So Gurpreet, it will be more education. So the recommendation would be based on your academic, your background, and your personal goal, right? What career you want to choose? What is your personal goal for choosing that particular new course of which you want to take in the regional universities of Australia? So it all depends based on your background as well. But generically, if I have to answer generic one, which is a popular at the moment, what is the popular courses where students are opting to study, moving to a regional area or universities would be social work, which is a very popular at the moment. And also, if I please correct me if I'm wrong, Gurpreet, I think it is also in a priority list of occupation at the moment, which is announced by government. And teaching, which has been very popular, both undergrad and postgrad. There is a nursing program. Nursing program has always been in demand, and the demand for pursuing nursing has increased more after COVID as well. So obviously post-COVID nursing demand has gone higher. So obviously for nursing, I would recommend all the level, which is a diploma, undergrad, and postgrad. And apart from there, lots of IT program, especially in cyber security, networking, data science has been very popular recently for IT. And normal general MBA program has been very popular as well with the business administration, both undergrad and postgrad. So these are the popular courses which our students are pursuing to undertake when they move to a new area or new regional area. So, but again, saying that, I strongly recommend it all based on your academic and English requirement and background, and also personally depending upon your personal goal, what you are looking for. It might be a career, it might be a migration driven. So I think I strongly recommend our students to please book an appointment with ACC experienced counselor and registered migration agent to know your case one-to-one. Thank you. And I have another questions over here, Gurpreet. I have completed 1 year of master degree at metropolitan campuses, and now I have to move to regional campus and living there. Will I be eligible for 5 points of regional studies and extra 485 visas after that?
Yeah, Vijaya, unfortunately, no. So you have to complete your entire studies in the regional campus and should be living in the regional areas. And like I said, most of the questions I get are related to this kind of scenario where students are already studying in a metro campus and now want to get extra 5 points for regional studies, and they have moved. Unfortunately, they will not get 5 extra points and not even extra 485 visa unless they study again from the start a master's degree and stay there for at least 2 years on their master's degree in the regional campus and live in the regional area as well. So then they will be eligible for 5 extra points for regional studies and extra 485 visa as well. So yeah, so definitely they have to complete all their studies in the regional campus, and part of the studies in the metro areas is not accepted for extra 5 points, and not even for 485 visa.
So what if like the students pursue 1 year, remaining 1 year in a regional area, and after the course completion, they study another, let's say in a post-study work visa, 485 visa, they study another 1 year course. Will they meet that extra 5 points as to claim as regional studies only?
No, I don't think so. So you have to complete your 2 year study on the student visa, and that is the requirement recently changed. So when you get your 485 visa, your study should already be completed, and then later on you continue to live in the regional postcode on that 485 visa, and then you will be eligible for extra 1 year or 2 years according to that. So it's not like you complete extra 1 year studies on 485 visa and they will grant you an extra, because it's extension of existing 485 visa. So you have to fulfill the criteria before.
Yeah, Gurpreet. But again, extension of 485 is not eligible. What about just having that 5 point for regional study, 2 years?
No. So you have to be completing your you have completed your studies in the regional area as part of your student visa, and you complete your studies in the regional campus, and then you will be able to claim 5 extra points for the regional studies. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Gurpreet. And I know it's so technical, and it's all migration rules keeps on changing. So we really encourage students to book an appointment to know your case, because every case is unique. So it's better to book an appointment and to have one-to-one consultation with a migration agent if you want to make any decision in regards to your study options for claiming those 5 point or extra 485 visas. So another questions which I have here is, Gurpreet, can I study any certificate or diploma level course in regional area to get extra 485 visa? So apart from undergrad and postgrad, will the student eligible to claim 485 extra 485 visas which is in place for studying certificate or diploma level studies?
So this question I get like every day. So unfortunately, again, no. So for 485 visa, so recently the government announced that for extra 485 visa, definitely it's only for the bachelor or master or higher level, the studies. So, and it's only available for post-study work visa, not for the graduate stream. So obviously, most of the students are aware that for certificate or diploma level courses, you can only apply for the 18 months graduate stream visa under 485, and you're not eligible for post-study work visa. So if you haven't studied bachelor or master or above, you're not eligible for extra 485 visa. You are only eligible for 18 months of graduate work stream visa.
Mm. So Gurpreet, I can see there is one question in our live Facebook video. So here is question from from our viewer Vanu Busal. Sorry if I have not pronounced the name correctly. I am in TR now. If I move to regional and study 2 years there, can I be eligible to get another TR?
So I have answered that question before already. So it's similar. So TR is once in a lifetime for a primary applicant. So he's already got TR. So he hasn't studied. So if he studies now, won't be able to get another TR unless his partner or a spouse studies 2 years in the regional area, and they will be able to get their 485 visa as a primary applicant and also the extension. So that could be done, but not if
Yeah.
he studies there. But he will be able
Yeah.
to fulfill maybe state's criteria, but not be able to get 485 visa again.
Yeah, or maybe he might be, as a dependent to TR applicant, applicant. So probably the best is to book an appointment to know your case one-to-one. Thank you very much for posting that question to us. The next question I am picking over here is I have already obtained 485 visa, and now my so question would be I think similar to one, but again I'll read it out. I have already obtained 485 visa, and now my spouse is studying on a student visa in a regional area. Will she be eligible for 485 visa again with extra years?
So this 485 visa changes, you might be aware, it caused a really, havoc in the migration industry recently, that a lot of migration agents even posted that people, secondary
Yeah.
applicants will not be eligible for a 485 visa again if they study for 2 years or fulfill Australian study requirement. But later we confirmed with the immigration, and those previous, the legislation was not changed actually. So it is in place. So if somebody's partner is studying on their student visa or 485 visa and later obtain student visa to complete their studies, they will be eligible for 485 visa as a primary applicant. And also if they're studying in regional area and they continue to live in the regional area, definitely they will be available for extra years based on the
Yeah.
postcode. So it's been cleared,
Yeah.
so it's been settled. So a lot of people were really panicking because they were studying in the regional area. So they will be
Yeah.
now, calm down.
Yeah, come down. Yeah, I know I know around last year, end of last year, right? These things come up like private subsequent secondary applicant won't be able to get the 485 visa again. Yeah, I think that's a good news for. Yeah, that's a good news for student. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here another question is, I'm currently on 491 visas. Am I eligible to apply 189 or 190 visa if I receive an invitation from Department of Home Affairs?
So department when introduced 491 visa, they also introduced a bar for certain visas for which people can apply or not. So if somebody is holder of 491 visa, they will not be eligible to apply 189, 190 and other a few visas. So there are other visas like a partner visa or 186 visa, they will not be eligible. But there are certain exemptions. But for 189 and 190, there is no exemption. So they won't be able to apply 189 or 190 visa because they are already holding 491 visa. It's to maintain the integrity of 491 visa. Otherwise, people won't stay on 491 visa for longer. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the government really put the bar on those visas.
So once it's granted, they have to be on 491. They won't be eligible to get
Yeah.
jump into another visa. Okay.
Yeah. If you
Okay.
have 50
So
years, they
I'm
will be eligible for 190.
yeah one
Sorry.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also keeping eye on our time, but again, I'll pick up few
Yeah.
more questions here. Based on the recent immigration changes, what would you recommend as the best regional area to move into or opportunity-wise?
Vijaya, I hope I had the answer straightforward for this one, but
Yeah,
unfortunately, no. So, based on the individual circumstances, based on
yeah,
state's requirement, and based on the the migration, occupation ceiling, and other things, and the occupation list as well. We might recommend people. We always recommend people to book an appointment because it's case to case basis. Some people will have employment opportunities, so I would
yeah,
recommend accordingly the state. And if they are happy to study, there would be better states somewhere else, somewhere in NT or maybe in South Australia, depending on their individual circumstances. So it's best
yeah.
to book an appointment, and then we can advise accordingly, case by case basis.
Yeah, that's very true. Because so hard, because this is a common question normally as a counselor we receive as well, which is the best state for us to go ahead now, you know. So again, when we are drilling down this counseling session, it all depends upon your own personal circumstances. Where are you now? What course you have completed? The course which you are planning to undertake is offered in that particular state or not, which you are planning to go. And also it depends upon your family ties, your friends network, you know, and also your financial situation as well. There are so many factors which affect on choosing or make a decision on which state will be best to go. But if I have to put it generically, Gurpreet, I will always suggest the state which have uh, have a occupation with no work experience requirement, where they have a better opportunity for a graduate from of their states. I think that state would be the better to choose. But again, saying that this migration rules keeps on changing every year, so we exactly can't guarantee after 2 years, after 3 years of completing a course, the rule might remain same or not. It's just about a forecast, like looking at current situation. We will definitely shortlist you the state which will favorable for international student to move from Sydney, Melbourne, or Brisbane. But again, the choice would be entirely based on your own circumstances. The last question we'd like to pick is, if I'm studying in a regional uni campus but not living in that regional area, will I be able to claim additional point for PR?
So if somebody is studying in a regional uni campus but not living in that regional area, so I assume maybe that person is living in other regional area. So if that person is living in other designated regional postcode, then might be able to claim additional points, but we have to look which postcode, and they have to show that they are actually living there. So they have to prove their residency on that regional postcode. So there should be lease agreement, there should be bank transactions and other things to show that you are actually living in the regional area. Just saying that I'm living in other regional postcode won't help. And yeah, you have to maintain the record as well. Some people, they won't even have one record, but they were actually living in the regional area. So that can be the problem. So you have to when you start your study, take our advice, book an appointment, and we can guide you properly how to maintain the record and to show to the immigration. In the end, you have to provide documents and information to the immigration to support your claims that you've been living and studying in the regional uni campus, to claim extra 5 points also for 8-5 visa again. Yes, Vijaya.
Yeah.
I think
Yes,
I have
Gurpreet. Now, due
answered
to our time,
most of the
yeah.
questions.
Yes, we cover up most of the questions, but again, saying that if you have got any questions which you are not able to post it now, or due to a privacy reason you don't want to post publicly in a comment, please feel free to drop your question through our messenger, Facebook Messenger, or reach out to us. Um, Now, lastly, I'd like to thank you everyone for watching our live video. For more information regarding regional courses and visas, you can visit our website at www.accglobal.com.au, or you can visit our 3 offices in Melbourne, Sydney, and Brisbane on a weekdays from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Melbourne is on a lockdown at the moment, but good news that the lockdown has been lifted from midnight tonight. That means our Melbourne office will resume our operation from Monday onwards from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. For the meantime, you can visit our office, virtual office at our website at www.accglobal.com.au. Thank you so much for watching our live video today.